Good evening, everyone. In accordance with the requirements of the New Jersey statutes regarding open public meetings, notice of this meeting was legally advertised in the Courier Post and South Jersey Times and posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building. Fire exits are located through the double doors on your left and right. Please silence all mobile devices and stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
Here.
Mr. Longfellow?
Here.
Ms. Pasqualone?
Here.
Mr. Perry?
Here.
Mr. Fazio?
Here.
Mayor Gattinelli?
Here.
Mr. Platt?
I'm here.
Mr. Gonter?
Here.
So we're going to start with the Clean Communities calendar winners. Okay, I'll take it over.
Thank you for everyone coming out tonight. We got together as a team and decided to do something that we thought that the kids would enjoy, and the parents would enjoy, and our community would enjoy. And coming together, we developed a calendar. And it's the first Clean Communities calendar we have in town to promote clean communities and recycling. We went to all the schools and we asked them, K through 5, the elementary schools and the kindergarten school, to submit art. We had well over many entries, but we had to narrow it down to a little over 200. Out of the 200, we were able to select 2 honorable mention and 12 pictures that will be on each calendar that's distributed to over 17,000 residences. So if your child art was picked, it's quite an honor because they'll be displayed the whole year and their picture will be on the calendar. And I'm sure there'll be grandparents and aunts and uncles that are going to want to get copies. So we have extra copies. What tonight we did, we're going to be presenting you, each of the participants that was selected, a certificate. I'll give them the frame that'll show the art. We're going to get that back from you because, additionally, we're going to take that framed art and we're going to display it in our hallways with here in the municipal building so that your child's art will be on display. And who knows, maybe we have a future Picasso out there. You never know, okay? So, the mayor and Angela Donato, who's a teacher at the Bell School, is going to help us pass out these certificates and awards. Just so you know, no one knew who they were. There were no names on them. So when they were chosen by the people involved, no one had any idea. Additionally, tonight, when we're done, please just don't leave because 2 of the students are going to be picked to have their pictures put on posters. Those posters will be distributed to businesses in our community, and we're getting enough posters so that we can rotate them throughout the year. And they are got an additional award that we're going to present to them also, and I think they'll be very pleased with what we have to offer. So, without any more further, let me get started. We have 2 honorable mention, and I'm not sure if they're here. Tamara Stewart, are you here tonight? Well, we thank her for an entry, and we'll see that she gets it. How about Kiera Petro? Hi, Kiera. Come on up. Kiera is from the 5th grade, and she is from the Thomas Jefferson Elementary School. Congratulations.
There it is. Do you want to take you hold your picture up? Or want to hold your picture up for each other? Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Great job.
The next one we have is Ella Houston, and she's in kindergarten, and she's at the Grenlock Terrace Early Childhood Center. And we have someone for her as well. next certificate we have is for Genesis Cassell, and she is also from in kindergarten. In Wenlock Terrace. Reese Gar, first grade, and she's from Wedgewood Elementary. Next one we have is from Juliana Gianetti. She's first grade and the Bells Lake Elementary. Ariana Cavais, did I say that right, hopefully? Cavais, second grade, Herfield Elementary. Okay, well, she can't be here tonight, but we'll make sure she gets it. The next is a second grade student from Birches. Her name is Ginger Carasquillo Hicks. Did I get that right?
Smile, James. Happy to do Look up here, James.
Next one is Henry Chow. Yeah, I got it right. And he's from the Birches.
Let's turn around and hold this. Congratulations.
Next one is Lila Messick, and she is from Wedgewood, and she's from the third grade. The next one is for Madison Fritsch from the fourth grade. Next one is for Karen Chow, and she is fourth grade from Birches.
Oh, that's so cool. Congratulations.
Next one is for Carolyn Smith from the fifth grade. She's from Bell.
Congratulations. Thank you. you.
And the final one is for Maya Knight from 5th grade. From Hartsville. Now, all the pictures had to have the theme of recycling, as well as or clean communities. And so all these pictures portray that. We're hoping to promote the idea of recycling, helping our environment amongst the children. We picked 2 for posters, and everybody knows who these are. I have the envelopes. And the 2 we picked for posters. Now, just so you know what's in these envelopes, all the children got an envelope with a $25 Visa gift card. So they can go out and buy Christmas gifts, hopefully for mom and dad. These next 2, though, are special because these are the posters winners. 30 posters of each one of these will be made, and they'll be distributed within our community. In here contains a Visa gift card for $100. Carolyn Smith. And from her film, Maya Knight. Thank you, everyone. A great round of applause. The kids did a great job. I have to thank the judges. They'll remain nameless, but they put a lot of effort in and a lot of decisions. I don't envy them because the art was all great and it was hard choices. This calendar will be going out. It'll be going out in January. You'll receive them. They'll go from February to next January, the end of January. If for some reason you wouldn't happen to get some, or you want extras, we'll have some here in the clerk's office. Please stop in. That calendar's doing a lot of things. It's providing information to you what's going on in our town. And one of the most important things that we've included in that town, we have a program that's called Shop Washington Township, and it's how you can save some money. And the mayor's going to tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's a tax rebate program and is partnering the municipality, the residents, and the businesses that are in town. It's a card that you'll receive in the mail in the Clean Community Calendar envelope, so keep an eye on that. Back page is going to give you all the information in reference to the program itself so that you can utilize that and receive a rebate back at the third quarter taxes with the monies that you use within the town itself. So it's a great partnering program. There's a lot more information to it. Just take a peek at that. Any questions, certainly give us a call here, but there are quite a few businesses in town that have already registered for it. So it's a great partnership. Thank you.
One more thing from the art, we just wanted to also extend our thanks to all the art teachers that participated. This was done in their art class, so they took time out of their curriculum to participate in this. So we just wanted to extend our thanks to the art teachers that participated at the schools as well.
Thank you. So we have a special proclamation tonight for one of our men in blue, Special Officer. We're going to ask Gary Agassiz to come up for us today. Thank you. So what we have here is a proclamation to the Santa Claus in blue. The holidays here and in Washington Township, we have Santa Claus and his elves in blue. Officer Gary Agassiz, a Washington Township police officer for 17 years, resigning in the township with his wife Stephanie and 2 children, Mackenzie and Ellie. Thank you. He became our Santa Claus in blue for the Shop with a Cop program. He was able to secure funds for the initial program from Walmart and gather other donations from local businesses and private citizens, collecting just under $7,000. He contacted the 6 elementary school nurses and with their assistance selected 12 children, a family, and an ill child from the township being treated at SHOP. He then gathered together his fellow Elves in Blue, police officers, and police explorers, and on December 5th, after a pizza party for everyone, they went to Walmart to purchase Christmas gifts for their families. All gifts selected were wrapped at Walmart. The children also advised Santa what they wanted for Christmas. He then returned the next day to Walmart and with the donations purchased the gifts the children told Santa Claus they wanted. And one of his elves wrapped them and delivered them on December 11th to the children. So now, therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of Washington Township that Officer Gary Eggesy, our own Santa Claus in blue, along with all of his blue elves, be recognized for his contributions and continuous effort in making Washington Township a great place to live and raise a family. Be it further resolved that I, Mayor, and members of Council of Washington Township do hereby declare this proclamation to be an official document authorized by the Township Council and presented to Officer Gary Eggesy on this 13th day of December 2017.
And just Business Administrator Jason Gonter and I were able to attend, and we actually saw, I didn't get to go to the pizza party, but we just wanted to have a special thanks to Angela's Pizza, who donated the pizza party, and then also donated coupons for free pizza to all the families that were participating in the event. Total 14 families were benefited. We also just wanted to thank Walmart. The staff at Walmart was a huge help. Nothing against the wrapping of the children or any of the police officers, but they did a really great job helping wrapping all the presents, and it was just a really great event. So congratulations, you did a great job. We at the municipality do have what's known as Employee of the Month. So we wanted to recognize 3 outstanding, one being a police officer and employees of the municipality. I'd like to ask Officer Alyssa Arnold to come up, please. Our next Employee of the Month is Amy Falaska. She's not able to attend this evening, so we will make sure that she gets this tomorrow. And then last but not least, Ernie Durazio, our Public Works Director.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to clear the room, council is going to take a 5-minute recess if you want to head out. And we thank you for coming and congratulations to everybody.
No, we don't need to do that.
All right, we'll move on to the bill list. Approval of the bill list, December 13th, 2017. Do we have a motion to approve bill list?
Make the motion.
I'll second. Any discussion? Are you recording?
Yes, sir, I am.
Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes, abstain to line item LONGFO 55.
Say that again, sir, slower. LON?
GFO 55.
Ms. Pasqualone?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Mr. Fazio?
Yes, abstain to Fazio. Move on to the minutes. This is regular meeting minutes of October 11th, 2017. Do you have a motion to approve?
Make that motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes.
Ms. Pasqualone?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Recuse.
Mr. Fazio?
Abstain. And approval of regular meeting minutes November 8th, 2017. Do we have a motion?
Make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
Abstain, I was absent.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes.
Ms. Pasqualone?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Mr. Fazio?
Yes. Ordinance 35, 2016, authorizing an agreement for tax abatement with Turnersville Development Associates LLC Block 115, Lot 21. This ordinance is up for adoption, and we need a motion to open to the public. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're now open to the public on Ordinance 35, 2016. Seeing no one from the public, motion to close.
I'll make that motion.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Do we have a motion to adopt Ordinance 35, 2016?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes.
Ms. Pasqualone?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Mr. Fazio?
Yes. Ordinance 36, 2017. Reintroducing ordinance amending a chapter of the Code of Washington Township, Chapter 260, Vehicles and Traffic, Salina Road. This ordinance is for introduction. Do we have a motion?
Make the motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
No.
Say it again, I'm sorry, Mr.
No.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes.
Ms. Pasqualone?
No.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Mr. Fazio?
Yeah.
That's a yes.
That's a yes.
The no I heard, the yeah I wasn't sure. All right. The motion carries. The ordinance is introduced.
Ordinance 37, 2017, ordinance amending the Code of Township of Washington, Chapter 80, Article 1, Section 80-13.1, Fire Prevention Inspection Fees. Do we have a motion?
Make the motion.
Second.
Any discussion? How come this isn't the fire board doing this? I guess because it's in Chapter 80.
It's our
larger.
town ordinance, and we're required to enact it.
Okay. Is it our inspectors? Or is it
It's
the fire?
our fire inspectors through the fire district, not
Okay.
the township. This is for the district to do their inspections that are required by uniform construction and uniform fire code, I'm sorry.
Okay.
See, there's a fire subcode that's done through the township, and there's also fire district inspections as well. So, but these are the ordinance type of fees that we have to.
And I believe I have Fire Marshal Feeney here, if you have any questions. Maybe he's left already. Okay. He's here.
Any other discussion? Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes.
Ms. Pasqualone?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Mr. Fazio?
Yes. Ordinance 38, 2017, this is ordinance adopting and amending Employee Policies and Procedures Manual for the Township of Washington. This ordinance is for introduction. Do you have a motion?
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes.
Ms. Pasqualone?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Mr. Fazio?
Yes. Ordinance 39, 2017, this is an ordinance amending Chapter 80 entitled Fees of the Code of the Township of Washington. This ordinance is for introduction. Do you have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes.
Ms. Pasqualone?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Mr. Fazio?
Yes. Ordinance 40, 2017, amending Chapter 2, Article 5, is that a 5?
4.
4, of the Code of Township of Washington, Department of Law. The ordinance is for introduction. Do you have a motion? Thank you.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
Yes.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes.
Ms. Pasqualone?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes.
Mr. Fazio?
Yes. Resolutions. The following resolutions are consent agenda and only require a vote of all listed. Each one must be read separate title. If any member of council wishes to have one removed or heard separately, they need to indicate it prior to the reading of the titles. Before I start going, there's two I need to abstain to. Can I still just read them and then
Absolutely.
name them and abstain when we vote at the
So
end?
why don't you give us the numbers that you're going to be abstaining from? So well, if nothing else is pulled, then when we do the block vote, you can indicate the two that you're going to abstain, but just let us know ahead of time if you can.
It's Resolution 352, and I lost the other one. Oh, here it is, Resolution 335.
Okay. Anybody else want to pull any other resolutions from a block vote? Because we're going to read them all by title, and then we'll vote at the end.
So I will not read them too. as
You
I-
can read- you can
I
read
can still
them,
read them?
yeah.
Okay.
Just at the end, you'll abstain from those two, that's all.
Everyone else good?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go. Wish me luck. Resolution 334, 2017, approving Elizabeth Moore to the Library Board of Trustees. Resolution 335, 2017, resolution awarding a contract for various storm sewer pipe repairs, number 08-18T-353. Resolution 336, 2017, authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with the County of Gloucester to utilize CDBG funds for improvements to the Township of Washington Senior Center. Resolution 337, refund tax overpayments for December 13th, 2017. Resolution 338, 2017, cancel any tax refunds or delinquencies of less than $10 for 2017. Resolution 339, 2017, resolution canceling taxes for a widow of totally disabled veteran. Resolution 340, 201, resolution canceling taxes for totally disabled veteran. Resolution 341, 2017, resolution and return of the performance bond and cash bond for a road opening permit for 308 Cooper Street, Sherwood Forest Homes LLC. Resolution 342, 2017, releasing maintenance bond for Holman Ford Lincoln, Turnersville. Resolution 343, 2017, appointing temporary chief financial officer for the Township of Washington. Resolution 344, 2017, appointing temporary chief financial officer as petty cash custodian for the remainder of 2017. Resolution 345, 2017, designating Colette Bassich, supervisor of the certifying officer for pension funds. Resolution 346, 2017, designating Colette Bassich as fund commissioner for the Municipal Joint Insurance Fund. Resolution 347, 2017, resolution releasing maintenance bond for street opening permit 2011-09. Resolution 348, 2017, authorizing contracts with certain approved state contract vendors. That was one I needed to abstain to, so I'm sorry. Resolution 349, 2017, resolution authorizing a transfer of budget appropriations. Resolution 350, 2017, authorizing and directing the Township of Washington Planning Board undertake a preliminary investigation to determine whether the proposed study area to be delineated as an area in need of redevelopment. Resolution 351, 2017, resolution authorizing and approving an escrow agreement with Delco Development LLC. Resolution 352, 2017, awarding a contract for police department bathroom renovations. Resolution 353, 2017, authorizing Washington Township to submit a strategic plan for the Municipal Alliance grant for cycle July 1st, 2018, June 30th, 2019. Resolution 354, 2017, authorizing a contract for weather cost containment insurance between the Township of Washington and Spectrum Weather and Specialty Insurance, Inc. Resolution 355, 2017, authorizing a shared service agreement with Gloucester County Improvement Authority and the County of Gloucester for the operation, maintenance, use, and DeSere storage facility and DeSere material. Authorizing a contract for purchase of an oil and water separation for public works. Is that a resolution 3 or?
Yeah, that's 356.
356. I believe that's the last one.
That's it.
Do we have a motion for all the resolutions?
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Ms. Donato?
Yes to all.
Mr. Longfellow?
Yes.
Ms. Pasqualone?
Yes.
Mr. Perry?
Yes to all.
Mr. Fazio?
Just for the record, abstaining to Resolution 335, 348, and 352. Yes to all the others.
Colette, congratulations.
Congratulations. And that is Batchich, correct? Okay.
Well
Sorry.
deserved.
Really sorry.
No, I had a little bit of a hard time myself.
Do you want to come up and discuss your new duties? No, Council President doesn't want any more speeches.
Are you sure? All right.
I make,
No, really.
Okay, report.
Does anybody have any old business or?
No business.
not at this time.
Okay, Dana, do you have a report?
No reports.
No?
Not this time.
Anyone? Reports? No?
Yeah.
Angela does.
Oh, okay.
New business?
Or
No.
old? No.
Report, what, we skipped old and skipped new.
Just
We're going
go.
on to reports?
You got it. It's
All
all
right.
you.
Sorry, guys. All right, so I just wanted to start with the Thanksgiving food drive the day before Thanksgiving. We got a nice thank you from the Cal Project and the Future Acts representative, just to say thank you to the business administrators, administrative aide Megan Tahan, Councilwoman Dana, myself, and the mayor. We were able to deliver turkeys and other food to families, over 300 families. Now we're able to have Thanksgiving dinner due to the generosity of the Washington Township community and the school staff. So just wanted to say thank you. You know, that really shows bringing the community together in those types of events, and it was a beautiful thing. So I want to extend my thank you too, that everyone participated here. So
As well.
next is, if you have not known, we are selling canine calendars featuring the canine officers. So they are $15, and they are for purchase to benefit the canine program. It is the canine program is fully funded by the generosity of the community, and donations are always welcome. You can pick up your calendar for $15 at the Washington Township Police Department, and starting tomorrow here at the municipal building as well. And Bell's School and a few other schools are participating in Stockings for Soldiers. That is with the help provided by Agassi Funeral Home. We're collecting, right now I know Bell's is in desperate need of Slim Jims and chapstick. So if you happen to drive by Bell School and you have some Slim Jims or chapstick you'd like to drop off, but these are available for, they're going to soldiers overseas and also for anyone, veterans and soldiers that are stationed here in Washington Township and in the community. We will be stuffing the stockings on Friday at 3:30 at Bell School. And my last thing is that the schools are participating in the Cal Project and the Future Acts clubs are participating in the Power of Giving. So the giving tree starting on Monday, it started on Monday, December 4th. The giving trees with names and ages of the children were placed in each school's main office. And for the first time this year, with the administration and the mayor's blessing, we were able to place one here in the municipal building for the first time. So there is one. It's in the front of the building. There are about 2 to 3 tags left. So if you are available to come by, we're collecting unwrapped gifts. They can come back here. Someone will be picking them up, or you can drop them off at any school by Friday, December 15th. And again, it just shows another beautiful way that the community is always giving back and helping everyone in need. So, the end.
Thank
Nick,
you,
just a
Angela.
quick report. Sorry. So at the mayor's direction earlier this year, we put out an RFP for banking services. We were with TD Bank. And just to report, Colette and I took on a project to look at that. And based on last year's figures and last year's interest rates, we earned year-to-date $28,640.73. This year, we've had an increase to $78,355.68. That's a $49,000, $740.95 gain, or 174% increase. So,
Job.
Thank you. Great job.
All right, move on to public participation.
Wait, hold on.
sorry.
Oh, I'm
I have
sorry.
reports.
I didn't know you
That's
guys had
okay. I didn't know
The
if
only one
Sean
that has
had one. or
reports
not.
all the
I'm not
time.
trying to jump you, I swear.
No, that's okay. On November 28th, I was invited to Wedgewood Country Club for the Best of the Best through the Chamber. Our businesses, there was about 40 businesses that were honored from our community. So that was really a sight to see. I was happy to see that, be a part of it. Businesses working hard and working very well together. On December 1st, I was honored to be a part of the Washington Township annual tree lighting ceremony. There were quite a few people there. I think over 700 people showed up. I want to just thank everyone that participated. I want to thank our Public Works Department. I want to thank the event coordinator, Lisa Collins, all the crew. Everybody was out there. They really did a great job. It was a fun event for all. I want to thank Dana's Party Rental for the heated tent. That worked out very well. And Lysio's for donating the cookies there that night. That was wonderful. This Saturday, December 16th, we'll be hosting our first Breakfast with Santa at the Senior Center. There are still just a few tickets available at our Public Works, Parks and Rec Department. I checked this afternoon, so there's literally only a few left, but that should be a great event. So that's Saturday at the Senior Center, 9 to 12. And Bertio's will be donating the fruit for that event. That's it. Thanks.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a little further down the line, but on February 9th, 2018, the Cavalry Chapel of Gloucester County is going to be hosting a Night to Shine prom. This is a Tim Tebow Foundation prom. It's a prom for young adults ages 14 and over with special needs. Out on their website, there's a lot of things that they're asking for. People can donate gowns. If there's limo companies that can do the limo. A friend of mine, his wife does this in Florida, and it's really a nice affair, and it's a good thing for the community. So I'm mentioning it now that people can go out and look on the website, and if there's anything that you can donate or help with, they would appreciate it. And it's February 18th. Thank you.
Anyone else? Moving on to public participation. Do we have a motion to open to the public?
Make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're now open to the public.
Bob Alvarez, Henley Development. Email bobalvareztownship@gmail.com. Good evening, legislators and executives of Township of Washington. Not since the debates and protests about X-rated movie theaters and adult bookstores in the 90s has such critical subject affecting all Township residents been addressed. Back then, the moniker CAVE, Cave People, began. That means Citizens Against Virtually Everything. The subject at hand is Governor-elect Philip Murphy's promise to sign a specific legislation in his first 100 days, approve recreational use of cannabis in the state of New Jersey. For the residents of Washington Township, I would like to know what the mayor, business administrator, solicitor, council members, and the chief of police think individually on the subject. Prohibition, acceptance. Give you a little background. Cannabis is a genus of flowering plant in the family Cannabaceae. It's known as marijuana among other names, but you know that. But you may not know, but your children do, it is a psychoactive drug intended for medical or recreational use. The main psychoactive part of cannabis is THC, and we've all heard those letters. Cannabis can be used by smoking, vaporizing within food, or as an extract. Cannabis is used for the mental and physical effects such as high or stoned feeling, a general change in perception, euphoria, heightened mood, and an increase in appetite. Onset of effects is within minutes when smoked and about 30 to 60 minutes when cooked and eaten. Effects last for between 2 and 6 hours. Short-term side effects may include decrease in short-term memory, dry mouth, impaired motor skills, red eyes, and feelings of paranoia or anxiety. Long-term side effects may include addiction, decreased mental ability for those who started as teenagers, and behavioral problems in children whose mothers in cannabis during pregnancy. Studies have found a strong relation between cannabis use and the risk of psychosis, though the cause and effect relationship is debated. Cannabis is mostly used recreationally as a medicinal drug. It started to become extremely popular in the U.S. in the 70s. In 2013, between 128 and 232 million people worldwide used cannabis. In 2015, 43% of Americans used. That increased to 51% in 2016. About 12% have used in the past year, and 7.3% have used in the past month. It is most commonly used illegal drug both in the world and the United States. However, support for legalization has escalated. Several states have legalized recreational and/or medical use in 29 states at this point. Now, you may ask, what does this have to do with Washington Township? New Jersey Senate Bill 3195, dated May 18, 2017, sponsored by Senator Nicholas Scutari. By the way, it won't pass this year and will have to be rewritten and resubmitted. Let me summarize it. The senator stated $300 to $500 million a year in new tax revenue is possible when fully phased in. Proponents say New Jersey could see $2 to $3 billion, that's with a B, in annual cannabis sales based on experience of other legalized states. Remember, it is still federally illegal. A few important points that relate to the municipality will surely be included in the Governor Murphy introduction next year. It could create jobs, ratables, and economic impetus to open 5 or more retail outlets in the township, that's on supply and demand, to open an undetermined amount of cultivators, to open an undetermined number of wholesale operations, to open an undetermined number of associated transportation businesses, and possibly to open a healthcare dispensary operation that would mesh with the township's Eds and Meds economic development initiative. A windfall for the township if approved. Presently, 3% portion of the proceeds of retail sales generated in the township. The township must do one of two things. One, prohibit the operation of cannabis cultivation facilities, cannabis product manufacturing facilities, cannabis testing facilities, or retail cannabis stores through the enactment of an ordinance. Or, to reap the economic benefits of cannabis legalization. Number 2, enact ordinances or regulations not in conflict with the provisions of the bill, including local zoning and compliant property defined. Govern the time, place, manner, and number of cannabis establishment operations.
Less than a minute, Bob.
Establish procedures for the issuance, suspension, or revocation of license. Establish a schedule of annual operating licensing and application fees for cannabis establishments. Establish civil penalties for the violation of said ordinance. I would hope that this body takes a proactive, timely approach, acknowledges and defines the township's position on this new industry starting from scratch in the state. To all the residents of the Washington Township, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and Happy Kwanzaa. I will await your feedback after closing the public portion of the meeting.
Thank you, Bob. Anyone else from the public? Seeing none, motion to close.
I'll make that motion.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
So, on the topic of Bob Alvarez, council, does anybody want to input anything about this subject? No one. Okay.
Sure. I
Yeah.
think the biggest word that you used there was undetermined. Said it several times. A lot of things are undetermined. There's a lot that needs to be, worked out in the legislature. I'll be very interested to see what this looks like if it gets passed, how long it takes to get passed, when it goes into effect. I think all those things are things that we need to be looking at very closely as a township. And personally, I don't think if it was passed, I would be in favor of prohibiting it in the township.
Well, you would be?
Would not.
Would not. No, I'm in agreement with you a lot of ways. It's actually my grandfather is when he was younger. They had no way to put food on the table, and he had to resort to actually bootlegging. He was making moonshine with another farmer. Now, he wasn't selling it. He wasn't involved in. It's not like Boardwalk Empire, Unfortunately, because I heard that and I was like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever. But they had to do something, and it kind of creates this scenario where you're taking a product that's potentially in somebody doing something illegal's hands, and you're putting it into a business's hands and selling it legally. So I'm sure it creates a whole debacle for the police department. But and me and my girlfriend had an argument about this the other night. It was actually really interesting. It's, she said there's no way to test somebody if they're under the influence while driving. And I said, well, they're already doing it now. So what difference does it make if you legalize it in that aspect? So I'm not against it. I'd be for it. And, as long as the legislation is appropriate, and if there's things on the town's end, I'm sure whoever is in this position is going to do the right thing for the town. So, we'll see what happens in the coming years. And, hopefully it works out for the best for everybody. Anyone else? All right. The next council meeting is scheduled for December 27th, 2017 at 5 o'clock. And reorganization is scheduled for January 3rd, 2018 at 6 p.m. Motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
Happy